Hey guys, your boy Hachibi, we're back, and today we're going to be going over how strong is Goku. I've talked about Dragon Ball in a minute, but today I thought I'd talk about Dragon Ball. I haven't talked about Goku in a minute, but I thought that I'd do a video on how strong is Goku. Yeah, in this video you're going to learn about Goku's scaling. Some of the scaling might shock you about, oh, Goku's actually this strong. And, you'll actually learn some new information about Goku as well in this video. But so let's get into it. So first, let's go over that of Beerus and Goku's feat that they did in Battle God. So God, Goku, and Beerus were able to shake the macrocosm, which is a multiversal structure, 4D structure, because heaven and hell and heaven, hell, the Kaioshin realm, and other like stuff, and the regular universe are said to be infinite in size and existence. So this would mean that like the macrocosm is actually a 4D structure. So Goku and Beerus' feat is actually a 4D multiversal feat because the Dragon Ball Z universe is infinite, and then there's multiple realms and dimensions and of Universe 7 that are infinite. So this would mean that so the macrocosm is 4D. And then, what's interesting is, later on in Dragon Ball Super's story, Infinite Zamasu he is transcending the macrocosm. Like, he's going beyond the macrocosm, which I said was like 4D, so this would mean like he's transcending like the macrocosm of Universe 7. So this would mean like Infinite Zamasu should be a 5D being, because he's transcending the macrocosm, he's like going beyond it. So this would mean like, because he's going beyond timeline, he's going beyond time and space. So this would mean like he's transcending it. So this would mean like Zamasu should be like should be 5D, like he should be this 5D being because he's transcending it. And then also what I wanted to go into, what's also important is that the narrator in Dragon Ball Super episode 111 is talking about how Hit and Suppressed Jiren are having this extra dimensional battle. So like Hit and Suppressed Jiren are actually having like this like 5D battle. Like they're actually, because they're actually having this fight, because the narrator, in episode preview is talking about like it's an extra dimensional battle. So like Hit and Suppressed Jiren are actually having this like 5D battle that we didn't realize. And then what's also important is I think the World of Void is a much higher plane, because it's able to handle like Hit and Suppressed Jiren, who are having this extra dimensional battle. And then the world is beyond it's without time and space in the play. It's just infinite nothingness. So I think the World of Void is a much higher plane. Like I think it's a lot higher plane, because it's able to like withstand like Hit and Jiren's fight, and then Jiren shaking it and stuff like that. So I think the World of Void is a higher plane. I think it's a lot higher than what people are led to believe and people think. And then what's also important is, so I found some new information on the Dragon Ball Super Broly mode that are very interesting. So I believe this is from like an interview, an interview that so they talk about how, or the Dragon Ball Super writers, they talk about Gogeta and Broly's fight, and they talk about how they crash through several dimensions. Right now, y'all will look at that and be like, oh, that's not that impressive. What's impressive is the context that the Dragon Ball Super Broly writers, like go into. They actually go in depth about this. So they talk about how they hired somebody who can create super dimensional images with CG. So what they're trying to say is Gogeta and Broly's battle is they're crashing through several super dimensional, they're crashing through several dimensions that are like super dimensional. That's what they're trying to say. They hired like a CGI, like a guy who does like CGI. They hired him so that us as the audience can see it like in 3D, so like we can see what's going on and stuff like that. When in context, Gogeta and Broly's fight is actually like is actually on a super dimensional scale. Like that's what they're trying to tell us about their battle. It's on like a much higher scale, and they were breaking through several dimensions that were like a high that they're trying to communicate that are a higher plane. And then here you can translate this if you want to, but so originally I think there's a rumor originally that like Gogeta and Broly were supposed to fight in the sun, but here Akira Toriyama actually talks about how that he actually made changes. So like this proves that like not everything that is written on like paper is like, you know, like that's what happens. Like they can make changes. So this goes into how Akira Toriyama actually wanted like Gogeta and Broly to have this super dimensional like tier battle. Like this is him saying he wanted to like make the changes and all that. Or I believe he goes in depth about their fight and stuff like that. So yeah, so the thing about this is, so Gogeta and Broly are having this super dimensional battle. Like they're breaking through several dimensions that are like higher dimension basically, right? So the thing about this and what's important is that I told you guys Hit and Suppress Jiren are having this like 5D battle, like I said, right? Gogeta and Broly, right? They're stronger than Hit and Suppress Jiren, right? And the writers are trying to communicate that Gogeta and Broly are having this higher like dimensional like battle between them. So like their fight is a lot higher tier than what is led to believe, right? So Gogeta and Broly's scale, their battles on a much higher scale than Hit and Suppress Jiren because they're breaking through several super dimensions or higher dimensions, right? And then what's interesting is that so MUI Goku and Jiren, like their battle, right? Obviously, you know, MUI Goku stronger than Broly and Gogeta. I think most of the fandom like agrees with that, right? But what's important is that MUI Goku and Jiren are having this even higher tier battle because in episode 129 preview they talk about how transcending the limit. So they're trying to tell us like Ultra Instinct is this transcendent form. Like it's transcending the limit. They're trying to tell us it's this transcendent form, right? And then the narrator for episode 129 as well talks about like a transcendent limit break. So it's talking about how like Ultra Instinct can be this transcendent form. Right, that's what they're trying to like communicate to us and tell us. And then what's even like more important is, so I told you guys about like Hit and Suppress Jiren, and I told you about how Gogeta and Broly are having this higher dimensional like scale battle. Like they're breaking through several dimensions. They're breaking through several dimensions that are actually like higher dimensions, right? What's important is that during this time, not including Superhero, because I know Superhero just came out, but we're talking about like during this time, MUI Goku and Jiren their fight is like the never been before in DBZ. Their fight is the strongest battle in DBZ history at this point. So this means MUI Goku and Jiren are having like an even higher like tier battle in. Like they're having an even higher tier battle than all the fights that I've talked about up to this point. So that's also very, very interesting. And then I told you guys to talk about how Ultra Instinct is a transcendent form. Like it's supposed to be a form of like higher power and stuff like that. So I just find it crazy that like MUI Goku and Jiren during this time their fight is the strongest fight in DBZ history, right? And there's a lot of stuff that supports that, right? And then, like I said, Goku and Jiren, like I said, they're having their fight during this time is like the strongest battle in DBZ history, and they are higher, and they're also stronger than Gogeta and Broly, like Master Ultra Instinct and like Full Power Jiren, and then Awakened Jiren and stuff like that, right? And then what's also important is Otherworld, right? Is also is also like a higher plane of like is also like a higher dimension as well, and there's information that also like supports that as well. And then here talks about how the heavenly realm is like a dimensionally transcendent realm, right? So this like ups the scaling for Dragon Ball even more. And I already talked to you guys about like all the feats that we talked about up till this point. And then what's also important is, we have the moral arc of how, Goku and Vegeta, they go through this arc, they fight Moro and they train, they get stronger, Goku's training with Mirrors and Goku's training with Little Angel and Goku's getting stronger. So like, we have the moral arc, which, obviously takes place after the TOP. So Goku's still getting stronger. Like Goku's still training, he's still getting power up. And then in this arc, like I said, Goku fights Moro, is able to better control Ultra Instinct Sign and is getting stronger. And is fighting Prime Moro. And then Goku's fighting like Moro 7-3, and then he's fighting Angel Moro and Planet Moro, right, who are like even stronger, right? And then Goku's able to use like this Susanoo-like avatar. I don't know how Goku like was able. I don't know how Goku did this, but it is pretty cool. But yeah, Goku's able to use like this Susanoo-like avatar, which I'm assuming it has to like amplify his like base power, right? And then, like I said, Goku's using the Susanoo-like avatar, and he's able to like fight Planet Moro and stuff like that. And then there's also the Granola arc, right? Like Goku still trains, Goku still gets stronger. I believe there's a statement within the beginning of the arc that at least states like Goku and Vegeta are the strongest in the universe, so that would include Broly. So like Goku and Vegeta like at the start of this arc should be way stronger than Broly. And then Goku's still training this arc, and then Goku fights Gas, who is like the strongest in the universe until we get Black Frieza, who's on that Black Air Force energy. Frieza just comes in, but more about Goku. Goku is fighting Gas and showing he's like on par. I mean, not on par, but like equal to Ultra Ego Vegeta, maybe even stronger, maybe. But yeah, Goku's fighting Gas, who's like the strongest in the universe before like Frieza comes in. And then Goku sees that Vegeta is consistently like evolving, and like Vegeta might have surpassed like Goku in like raw power at this point, because Vegeta talks about how, oh, I'm still evolving, but you're still the same. So then Goku's like, okay, I need to find something deeper, and then Goku starts powering up, and Goku's trying to find something deeper beyond like Ultra Instinct in like the white hair form, and then Goku brings out True Ultra Instinct, which, in my opinion, I think later in the arc, True Ultra Instinct was merging with the white hair form, because I do think the white hair form is still going to be like Goku's like final form. Goku's still gonna like use it, even though this arc didn't like treat it well, but I still think Goku's going to like use it, because I still think Goku's gonna use it. But True Ultra Instinct form actually is putting up a fight and is pressing Gas, and Goku's performing well. And then, like I said, that True Ultra Instinct form I think was merging with the white-haired form, which is why I think Goku's like white-haired form will be his ultimate form and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm just showing this to prove that like even after the TOP, you got the moral arc, Granola arc, and even superhero, and Goku's still gotten stronger. Like Goku's still gotten stronger from that point. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is that everything that we've covered up to the TOP, Goku still has the moral arc, Granola arc, and then I believe superhero takes it after the Granola arc. And then, like I said, Goku gets like a Susanoo avatar, he gets True Ultra Instinct, and so like Goku's way stronger than he was in the TOP. So yeah, and then so let's go over speed real quick. So Zeno is able to like destroy like the timeline, like all Universe 7's multiverse and the different timelines and stuff, and Goku's able to move in a space that like has no time. So like this would mean Goku should have like inaccessible speed, because he's able to do this like in base. And then, like I said, Infinite Zamasu was becoming the universe, like in the anime, or he was becoming the universe and stuff. So like he, with his power and like speed, he was transcending all timelines and like space and time. So this would mean like Infinite Zamasu should have immeasurable speed. And then guys, like I told you, that Goku said that he could take out Infinite Zamasu with a Senzu beam. And then even if you don't believe that, you have to believe Master Ultra Instinct Goku is stronger than Infinite Zamasu. So that means Goku would scale and speed to Infinite Zamasu. So in my opinion, from going over like the feats and lore of Dragon Ball and like going over Goku's feats up to this point, I think Goku is in those like hyperversal ranges of power, in my opinion, just because of, like I said, going over, he scales above Infinite Zamasu, he's a 5D being, and then Hit and Suppress Jiren are having this like extra dimensional fight, so they're also having this 5D fight as well. And then I said that I think the World of Void is a higher plane. Like I think the World of Void is much more beyond like 5D. Like I think it's a much higher plane than that. And then, like I said, Gogeta and Broly's battle is like I said, is also a much higher tier than Hit and Suppress Jiren in episode 111. And then I told you guys how that Amy White, Goku, and Jiren, their fight is like the strongest. Like there's at that time they're supposed to have like the strongest fight in DBZ history. And then Ultra Instinct is a transcendent form. And there's like I went over the multiple scans that talk about how Ultra Instinct is like transcendent form, it's transcending the limit. And then Otherworld is like a higher dimension, and then Heavenly is, like I said, is like a dimensionality and transcendent, or is it transcendent realm? That's what I was saying. And then, like I said, Goku's still been training since the Moral arc, gotten new abilities, Granola arc, and Goku's still training in Superhero because he's training Broly, and he's still training with Vegeta and stuff. So I think in AP, I think Goku is in those hyperversal level ranges, in my opinion, from the lore, feats, and the scaling from up to this point for Dragon Ball. I think Goku's in those hyperversal levels of ranges, like in those ranges. And then I think for speed, I think Goku is immeasurable speed because he would scale off of Infinite Zamasu, who I said is transcending like different timelines and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say, I think at this point, currently, I think like Goku, strongest point at peak. I think Goku's hyperversal, and I think he's in those hyperversal ranges as of now, with some new information. And I think Goku has immeasurable speed, in my opinion. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below. How strong do you guys think of Goku? What do you think of the new information that you have learned from this video, and some of the new stuff that you didn't know? And then what do you think of like some of the context that was given in this video on like some of the scans and stuff like that? But yeah, please be civil in the comment section. I don't want no toxicity. Just please be respectful in the comment section. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate your boy, Hot Show B, and we're out. Peace.